It's KSHE 95. Real Rock Radio. It's Favaz. We're hijacking Learn Show because we're at Rock and Brews in Chesterfield, and we are here with Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons of KISS. Let's hear it. Woo!
I just looked at the KSHE sticker, and I said, you know what this is? And you said...
The Bloodwind Pig.
Bloodwind Pig album cover. And I said, for those of you that don't know, and this will mean nothing to you unless you're as old as we are, Bloodwind Pig was the band that Mick Abrams, who was the original lead player in Jethro Tull, had after he left Jethro Tull. So that's what this is. Anyway, we back.
We borrowed it. We didn't steal it. We just kind of borrowed it.
But, you know, as long as you borrow from the best.
Yes.
That's great.
We certainly did.
These photos are amazing.
Yes, we have pictures of the KSHE Kite flight. That was 1974, I believe. And KISS played Forest Park. And you were just talking about the fact that you were
insane.
Driven in a white van with no windows.
March 12th.
And we're getting thrown back and forth, just thrown around. It's like, where the hell are we and where are we going? And then the doors opened up, and there was a stage in the middle of the park, and we got up there and rocked our booties off.
And the guy that drove you, his name is Mark Close. He's still a DJ and still in our building.
Wow.
And he drove you guys there. So anyway,
He owes me $10.
he still does. You remember? Welcome back to St. Louis, Rock and Brews. Now, of all the merchandise and all the stuff that you guys have put out, I never knew that you were in the restaurant business.
Well, this is actually our 19th Rock and Brews. Tomorrow we go to Oklahoma to basically break ground for the Rock and Brews Hotel Casino.
Wow.
The first of those, although we already have a casino partnership in San Manuel, California. But Rock and Brews, look, the whole idea in Rock and Brews was to have an atmosphere that champions and pays tribute to the music we used to love and still love, classic rock,
right.
And to feed people amazing food. The food here, bar none, is great. This isn't a ploy to get people in and sell a T-shirt and have you eat crappy food. We also have 80 beers on tap here.
Right.
And, look, it's a lifestyle. It's a great place. When I started having kids, I realized that for me to spend an afternoon with them, I had to have cardboard macaroni and cheese served by a giant rat.
Yeah.
So this is a great place. You can bring your kids. It's pet friendly outside. And we even have a dog menu. So in case
you have a dog menu.
Yeah, so in case somebody brings in their husband or boyfriend and they're in the doghouse, you feed them kibbles.
Now, Gene, I was wondering if you had any input with the uniforms that the waitresses are going to wear.
Yeah, get me in trouble right away. Here's Gene's first question. Now, about the chicks. No, what we do is we don't micromanage. We make sure that the vibe, the ethical, the moral, all that stuff. You know, we long ago recognized that you don't have to leave home to get a bite to eat. You can actually stay at home.
Right.
So having said that, we understand that the experience of coming to a Rock and Brews begins when you pull into our parking lot. That first person who greets you, you should feel like a rock star, though you may not be one. We want to treat you that way from the time you walk in. And if you're gluten sensitive, we have gluten-free beers, gluten-free pizzas, all that stuff tastes just as good as the stuff. If you like craft beers, we got them. 60 to 100 different craft beers. We're great local partners. We support local people, trained locally, and we're the best partners you could have. By the way, right here in St. Louis, the indoor-outdoor veranda, which is a big word like gymnasium, you can go outdoors whether it's freezing or not, whether it's hot, you can open the windows, and right now you can go outside. It's a little chilly. We got a big fire pit, so it's really a great place. Rock and Brews isn't just a place for you, it's a place for your kids, your pets, your boyfriend, your next husband.
What about grandmothers?
Well, if
Grandpa,
if you can rock, if you can rock, even if it's rocking in a chair,
I've had a
that's
few.
all that counts.
Tell us what the food is like. What is the food is
off
like?
the hook. We have amazing burgers. We have pulled pork. We have great salads. We have great desserts, great pizzas. Great is the operative word. The food is just fabulous. And what's really cool is today we have our grand opening, which means that we bring in the military. We bring in the vets. this country wouldn't be what it is now without the vets. You got to remember that there are so many people in this country who believe that freedom is free, and those are the people who didn't pay the price. So the people who make for freedom are people who go overseas voluntarily, come back very often, need help medically, they may need psychological help, they may need financial help. And I'm not just talking about them, I'm talking about their families,
Sure.
their children. And what we try to do is spotlight those people, thank them. We give them a check or two. We're giving numerous checks today, including Fisher House. And everybody out there needs to remember that regardless of who you voted for, how divided the country might be at the moment, the one thing we must stand behind at all costs and at all times is our military.
It's our veterans.
God
All right.
bless our military.
Rock and Brews is located right off of Highway 40 or 64 at the Boone's Crossing in the Chesterfield Commons. So that's where we're at. Gene, what do you remember about that kite fly day? That because Paul always talks about it when you guys play into town.
I remember Lola. I have no idea what I'm talking about. We were so crazed in those days. We'd travel around in the backs of station wagons. Two of us would sleep in the back while two in the front, would try to catch, and then we'd switch and so on. In fact, when we were traveling down the highways, it would get so boring. Some of the guys in the band would take their pants off and moon passing cars. That was a big thrill. Lots of road stories. But we would get to a place dog-tired. And I remember coming into St. Louis from God knows where in the back of a station wagon. We go in the back of someplace, put on makeup, and get on stage thinking that there's going to be a few people with kites. We didn't understand there's going to be 100,000 people out there. Yeah, the KSHE kite flying contest. Okay, some kids with some kites. No.
Right
It
on.
was much, much bigger than that. And that was the beginning.
It really was. It really was. And now, Paul, you were, I don't know if you remember, but it was about 4 or 5 years ago. We inducted KISS into the KSHE Hall of Fame.
Yes, I remember.
On our online museum. And so this is the first time that we've had Gene with us. So, Gene,
Wow.
no Cleveland Hall of Fame. Who needs that? You're in the KSHE Real Rock Hall of
Wow.
Fame. What are your thoughts on that?
I've already come twice. I don't know what I can say.
Well, I guess that's good enough. That's all we can expect.
It's good on the radio, right?
Yeah. It's out there now.
Can you say that?
I don't think you're supposed to. But
Not supposed to?
No.
Okay, I take it back.
It's all right. But
Well, that fixes it.
thanks for that. But
I won't ever say that again.
KISS is in the KSHE Real Rock Hall of Fame, and we're damn proud of it.
Yeah.
KSHE is really an institution, not in the sense that the people in it are crazy, but
Well, some are.
It really is it's the foundation of rock and roll in St. Louis. And when you think of rock and roll in St. Louis, so help me, no matter where you are, if you're in a band, you know KSHE. And for us to come back here is always great. And your logo is something that has endured, and we
Much
love
like
it.
your logo.
Yeah, well, so to
You know?
speak.
It's endured.
By the way, is there a name for Piggy?
Sweet meat.
Sweet meat.
How about that?
Sweet K meat.
Sweet K meat.
Kosher.
We're with Gene and Paul from KISS. So when will we see KISS perform again in St. Louis, you think?
We did 3 or 4 months ago. We did 40 shows in 10 weeks in the States.
Wow, that's a lot.
So when we go out, we mean business. We don't go out and do a show a week, 2 shows a week. So we really ran rampant through the country. We will do America again, although May will see us in Europe. We start in Moscow, we end up in England, and then we'll figure what's next. There's always a next. There's always another tour.
True. What else?
I can see them digging us out of the graves. Okay, time to go back out. Yeah.
Right on. Anything else that we need to promote other than Rock and Brews?
People
or
should
anything
ignore
else?
everything we say and just come on down and enjoy the fun. Bring your friends, family, and your pets.
Once you come down here, truly, Rock and Brews is a lifestyle. Once people come in, they come back. Not just because the food is great, but because the people you meet here are great. The staff is great. We even have a waiting area here where people come in and don't even make it into the restaurant. Just want to hang out there, have some samples of different beers,
Right.
and be part of the experience. So come down. You know, we don't have to sell this place. It takes care of itself.
Well, congratulations to the both of you, not only on Rockin' Brews, but your career, and KISS is still around. I mean, I remember my first KISS album was KISS Alive. The first KISS Alive back.
I was there when we made it.
I know you were, and it's still something else to look at that thing and just
Thank you.
just remember back in the day. So
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for being here. Thank you, Gene. You can throw those dice some more if you want.
I have no idea how this works.
All right, here is.